Welcome to the Commonwealth Youth Games from the Isle of Man, and another full day of competition, and one that's packed full of medals. We've already seen gold go to England in the women's 100 metres, and it was gold for Antigua and Barbuda in the men's 100 metres. This is what's coming up in the next half hour, including the finals of the men and women's 400 metres, plus gymnastics, swimming, boxing and badminton, and our first look at cycling and the rugby sevens. Let's begin on Douglas Seafront with the women's individual and team time trials. This is Eleanor Barker of Wales setting off along the promenade. Number 5 is Janie Rue Columb of Canada. And here comes the second Welsh girl, Amy Roberts. She's riding with the number 7. And this is Eleanor Barker on the stretch of the course out of Douglas. The second climb and coming up to the highest point, but a strong showing so far from the Welsh girl. 10 is the Malaysian Fauzi as England's Hannah Barnes gets underway. Amy Roberts coming up to the turn to begin the descent back down to Douglas. And at this stage in proceedings, very much in the hunt for a medal of some description. However, the Australians, in particular Jess Allen, were also among the favourites for honours. Leading the English assault is 18-year-old Hannah Barnes, her teammates being 17-year-old Lucy Garner and 16-year-old Harriet Owen. All three girls ride for the same club back home. But it's Barnes who represents the best chance of a gold medal for England. This is Barker, who crosses the line and takes bronze for Wales. The silver medal would go to Jess Allen, the Australian recording 10:31, but it wasn't as fast as Barnes, who was 17 seconds quicker and therefore claimed the gold. Double delight for England, taking not only the individual prize but the team award as well, with Wales claiming silver and Australia the bronze. Plenty of medals to talk about in the swimming, beginning with the final of the women's 100 metres freestyle. It would prove to be a good night for the Australian swimmers, claiming 5 gold, 4 silver and 2 bronze. Let's take the closing stages of this one with commentator Sarah Price.
But it is between the two Australian girls with 10 metres to go. It looks like our fastest seed, Amy Matsui, will take this. She touches home.
Double delight for Australia, claiming the top 2 positions, with the bronze going to England. This is how things finished, with Smith edging out Ferreira for 3rd place, but there was no catching the Australian pair out in front. In the men's 400-metre individual medley, Australia had to settle for silver. Eugene T coming off second best to Matthew Johnson by just half a length in a thrilling finish. In the women's 100-metre breaststroke, it was the first gold of the Games for Northern Ireland. Sarika McMahon holding off a strong late challenge.
South Africa's Kelly Gunnell coming back stroke for stroke, but just on the touch then. 67.93 for Sarika McMahon.
And history was made in the men's 200-metre backstroke with the first ever Commonwealth Youth Games medal for the host nation, the Isle of Man.
Grant Harrison making up about half a body length, but it looks like our winner into the last 5 metres is going to be Corey Main, 1:55.44 for our swimmer from New Zealand.
The 3 legs of man flying high with the New Zealand and South African flags. Robert Gerlach of Australia just missing out on the bronze, which goes to Chris van der Sande. Silver for Grant Holzol, with Corey Main striking gold. South Africa took gold in the women's 50-metre butterfly. Marnie Erasmus, who was quickest in qualifying, proving too fast for Vanessa Pullman of Australia and England's Rachel Kelly, who took silver and bronze respectively. And a gold as well for Scotland in the men's 100-metre breaststroke. Craig Benson, the only swimmer to finish inside a minute. Tsipto of Australia and Benjamin of South Africa finishing second and third. A huge entry for the men's time trials. This is the Isle of Man's Warwick Sanderson beginning his lap of the circuit. Riding at number 40, and one of the very strong-looking Australian contingent is Jack Beckinsale. All 4 riders from down under capable of grabbing a medal, including Robert McCarthy and Caleb Ewan. And this young man, Alex Morgan, from East Melbourne in Victoria, who rides for the Blackburn Cycling Club back home, and certainly attacking this course from the word go. Leading the English assault is John Dibben from Southampton, and like the other competitors, having to deal with the strong gusts blowing around the coastline. And the youngster would go on to snatch the bronze by a whisker from Owain Doull of Wales. With gold going to Australia's Alex Morgan, compatriot Beckinsale taking silver. The team gold also went to Australia, with silver for England and Canada taking bronze. The Welsh again just missing out on a cycling medal.
We start today's boxing action in the 64kg light welterweight division, and the first of the quarter-final bouts featuring Darren Tetley of England and Eric Wally of New Zealand. This was a very confident display by the Englishman, who showed fantastic footwork on the back foot and great defence. Tetley won the bout 24 points to 7 and now faces Scotland's Rhys Pagan in the semi-final. Welshman Mitch Buckland joins Tetley in the next round after easing past his opponent to face the Australian Daniel Lewis in the second of the semi-finals. Lewis booked his place in the next round after overcoming the Isle of Man's sole representative in the boxing, Eddie Rennie. This was a tough and bruising encounter, but one in which the Australian proved just too strong for the game Manxman. England's senior elite ABA champion Damon Jones is still on course for gold after outclassing Curtis Cooper by a surprising 20 points to 1. But the bout of the night was in the 75kg middleweight division and saw Scotland's Grant Quigley do battle with New Zealander Corey Miles. Contested well early on, the Scotsman's variety in shots, especially those to the body, began to make all the difference as Quigley started to break down Miles' defence. But it was the big overhand rights that finally proved too much for the tough Antipodean. Quigley now faces India's Surinder Singh in the next round. And finally, England's Jack Massey made his way to the semi-finals after overcoming a late scare against India's Sumit Sagwan, edging the bout 15 points to 13.
Let's check out some more medal-winning performances in the pool, starting with the women's 200 metres backstroke. And what a finish it would prove to be, with nothing between the two English girls at the turn. Let's find out what happens with commentator Sarah Price.
Linda Ewan second, then Sophia Batchelor third, but our leader coming in with 10 metres to go. She is tying up. Can she hold on? It looks like Homan will take this, but it will be down to the touch. Homan takes this in a personal best time of 2:07.73.
Homan claims gold, with Lenderyu settling for silver and Batchelor the bronze. As expected, a very tight affair in the final of the men's 50-metre butterfly, but it was the Australian Chris Raven who had proved too strong for his rivals, seeing off the challenge of South Africa's Hendrik Alberts, who took silver, with bronze going to Alex Hancock of New Zealand. And there was no catching Remy Fairweather in the women's 800-metre freestyle. More success for Australia, finishing a clear 10 seconds ahead of the following pack. Compatriot Leah Neal coming in to take the silver, with South Africa's Michelle Webber not far behind in third to claim the bronze. And there was Welsh success in the men's 200 metres freestyle.
But it is Ian Lloyd. Looks like he will take the gold medal, the first gold medal for Wales in tonight's 200 metres freestyle. He will go under 150. He touches home in a 1:47.28.
In the women's 4x100 metre relay, good strong performances from England and Wales, but it was Australia, the favourites, who would prevail, and it's gold medals all round for Hart, Matsuo, Neal and Ngawati.
Amy Matsuo, Adelaide Hart, Kutuku Ngwati and Leah Neal.
Scotland just pipped South Africa for fourth place, but both nations unable to get near the Welsh, English and Australian girls. Into the last changeover in the men's 4x100 metre relay, with Australia ahead of Scotland, but only just. However, the Australians, represented by Gerlach, Maxwell, Raven and Sisipto, proving too strong for the Scots.
But the gold medal winner looks like it will be to Australia. Into the last 3 metres, our team from Australia take the gold medal in 3:38.68.
Robert Gerlach, Tommy Sisipto, Chris Raven and Tahumi Maxwell.
Just over a second covering third, fourth and fifth, with South Africa edging out both England and New Zealand for the bronze. Stay tuned for more from the Commonwealth Youth Games from the Isle of Man. Coming up next, it's more athletics and cycling.